Jason, what's happening? Water. Sugar in water. We need a key. We need a key. We need a key. And I don't know what key to be in. I'm thinking major. I'm thinking something sort of relaxo happy with lots of major seventh chords. Maybe G. Hey, Florian. G is a good happy open key. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? 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 Jeez. Still so dry. Reset the SIG here. And all of its knobby goodness. Because oftentimes the SIG is a good place to start. It's got some funky weirdness, but you know, most of the time funky weirdness is A-OK. Marbles, you need to slow down because you're being a spaz. Yeah. So, we're definitely going to have to take advantage of the wave transformer again. I want to still, like, try to put that through its paces a little bit more and, you know, see what it can do. So I suppose the first thing to contemplate, I'm assuming that tuning is still okay from Friday. I didn't change anything, and we can always adjust as we go. It's not a big deal. So let's just get stuck in, you know. Here, take your Volt per octave and like it, Mister. Hey, Chris. Who gets the filtering duties? Who gets the filtering duties? Who gets the filtering duties now? How about the dual dagger? Yes, it is not only one dagger, but is two daggers. Is more than one dagger and less than three, but is still only whole numbers of daggers. Which is good for extra stabby. We need more stabby. We need extra dagger. Let's go like rectangular wave. I like how they call it a rectangle wave. I find that interesting. Instead of like square wave like everybody else in the universe. What a weirdo. What a bunch of weirdos. Flashlight. Wah! Okay, pan LP, pan high P. Francisco. LTNS, bruh. That's long time no see if you're not hip on your hipness. And yeah, if you're ever like, oh my god, your synth is falling over, it's not. It really isn't. It's very stable. It's just it's on a cart with wheels and then it's on carpet. And it's in an earthquake zone. And no, it's not that actually. I do want to do a thing. Let's I've been enjoying our times throwing the submixer here into the Aurora. You know, here's a question. Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? No, not that at all. Does anybody know of a 4-channel stereo VCA / mixer? Imagine the Erica Synths stereo mixer, but with like CV. Why does that not exist? And I don't mean it's IntelliGel Quad VCA. I have one. They're mono. They're not stereo, right? They're just mono. You know, That has to exist. And I can't imagine it would really take much more space than this. You know? But I bet you they're twice the size. They're these freaking ginormous things. And that's not acceptable. Yeah, like why not? Why can't I have this submixer with CV control over the volume? I mean, it's the 21st century. If we can put out yeah, of course, it'll be more components depending on how you do it. I feel like that would be like a noise engineering thing because, like, you know, everything they make is digital. And if you had a digital microcontroller, you know, in charge of all of that stuff, like you could just basically put it all on a chip, like build it off of the Daisy platform or something and we'll put a bunch of jacks on it. Because it would need a lot. I mean, it would need 14 jacks. That's a lot. You know, no bones about that. It's a lot. But like if these were not big old chonky, beautifully feeling knobs, because I do love the Erica synths, you know, knobs. They are full of knobbly goodness. Oh my god, it's already nice. Now, what would be interesting would be to just take the tregs out here and go into the LPF version. Turn up the decay time on the SIG. All the way. Maybe a little bit of attack time too. And then just mix and match rhythms, man. In fact, honestly, you could turn up. Let's give each knob a little third of the turn. Throw some extra octaves into it too. So this is a G major 7th chord, just straight up. Let's throw a little tiny bit of C in there, because I do like my fourths. One second here. You dial in this delay too. That's a lot of feedback, bro. That was neat. That was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Could do some nutty things with resonance too, you know? Do like a full offset here. Medium speed is actually pretty slow. Just make that lighty uppy. Wait, can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. Resonance will fit just barely. Those jacks are really, really tight together. See, they fit 9 jacks into 6 HP. Tell me you can't fit 14 in there. Come on, man. Cram and jam, baby. Cram and jam. No, what I was thinking would be nice is, you know, you get those little knobs that go over the top of trim pots. I think putting those on the SIG would be good. I think that would be a good idea. because there's no little mark, you know. So again, having weird computer troubles. I did not today, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the stream will be fine. I did order a new graphics card for this computer, and I did start looking at new PCs too. And I started to think maybe what I should do is upgrade my home PC and then bring that one here for the streaming PC, and then just throw a capture card in it. Might be the way to go. My home PC is pretty ballsy, and I like it, and I hate to sub it out because that's a big job. It's an i9 9900 with 32 gig of RAM, and it's got a 2060 Super graphics card in it. And then I stuffed it full of NVMe hard drives and like a 4 terabyte mechanical hard drive, and you know, like, it's very, very fast, and I like it. But you know, upgrades gotta happen at some point. So maybe that's what we do. We just chonk and then bloop, and then, you know, each one goes down the line. Because this computer that I'm using is totally fine to run Reason and record, you know, many channels at the same time. Alright, now I'm also going to turn off pause. Pause is basically a rest for the SIG. So, you know, it's playing at 52 BPM. It's 1 BPM for each week for no particular reason. It's amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible. I can't believe that. This dude, yeah. You dude, you just chill for a bit. Let's, oh look, it's already the 5th on G and D. It's amazing. Perfect. G and A flat. Okay, now hear me out. Hear me out. That's a C and an F sharp, right? Which is a tritone. You know, i.e. the devil's interval, which I guess it was never really called that. It's just kind of dumb. It's like a folklore thing that grew up around it, and I find that hilarious. We've all been saying that thing that's not true just because other people are saying the thing that's not true. Doesn't remind me of anything at all. Politics. Yeah, so, like, those notes, though, I'm gonna put sort of a weird off-sync, rhythm pattern. So they're gonna become out of sync pretty soon. Going all the way up to... No, that's the reset. That's not the clock, dummy. Oh, it's going to number 1. Okay. So what I can do is just slow down the clock. Here, we'll put it at 2.6 speed for no reason. You know what? I'm going to put it at 2 speed so that the next time I come on here, I'm not going, why is the subharmonicon running like it's insane? What? Because I will. Alright, however, I kind of want... a little bit of sub-level. Extra fifth in there on the sub. So we should be setting up some pretty cool like harmonies accidentally, essentially. You know, you're relying on probability to eventually get there. Although I feel like this is still too fast, so I'm going to turn down all of the rhythm values on my sequencer here. I just wanted to take it easy, you know? Just be cool, bro. What we can also do is just repatch this into the Aurora. Just like everything else. Mm-hmm. Or what we should do is run the Aurora as a send. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Bonk. Fonk. You are going to be plugged in to... not that. In fact, I'm going to kidnap those cables. Give me your cables. And we'll just pull my nice... I'm very proud of my little arrangement of squiggly right angle cables here going into my effect sends, and I even like color coded them. You know, the whites are the returns and the blacks are the sends, and I had all of this stuff, you know, so it's like it's all ready to go. And then I didn't have enough black cables, so there's a blue one in there. It's a monstrosity, and I can't believe I did that. Because as we all know, the most important thing when designing your system is color coordination. You know. It does come in handy, though. On a serious note, like, I do like color coordinating my patch, like, cables and stuff. Like, to have one voice be one color so that, visually speaking, I have an easier time, as does the reader, so to speak. There. Okay, so now we can run the subharm into its own channel. And then dial up the reverb appropriately. And then let's crank this to all wet. There we go. Yep. Saw a guy demoing the Exelon mixer today, which is one of the ones I looked at in OpCon. It's pretty nice, man. It's got all of the features, except it's only got 6 channels. Now, there's an expander for an extra 3 channels, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. That means probably that it's going to be, you know, a giant-ass thing. So once again, I'm back to proclaiming the Tex Mix as the overall victor in Eurorack, bang for the buck. Where's my little Bing Bing voice? That should be playing. Dude, my allergies have been kicking my ass today. I don't know if that's the same way with anybody else. This guy's in here. Yeah. I should be hearing Happy little pingy guys. Alright, let's chill on that for a second. Oh, there it is. Now I heard it. What I do want to do is do a little modulation with this oscillator. So I am going to turn down the pause control here. And I'm going to turn down the slower rhythms. There we go. Alright, now. We will modulate the wave transformer itself, yes. Yes, I heard it. And when the transform dial goes all the way up, we add a ton of like square sub into the bass waveform. So it's really, really cool possibilities. Including sync. I watched the DivKid video on this again yesterday. So if we put hard sync, now basically everything is controlled by the .vco. So we could take the volt per octave, put it into that. Right? We'd have to duplicate it, actually. Could do that. Why not? Of course we can. Yep, you can hear it tearing, especially in the left ear. Put it in soft sync. Wonder if a triangle would prevent the tearing on hard sync. Probably. Yeah, they're not perfectly in tune, which is why there's some phase cancellation that I hear. Alright, let's pull a volt per octave and see. Soft sync, however, is much more forgiving. It was interesting. He was doing some demos, and basically the hard sync was almost like a filter. It was acting like a filter. It was really, really cool. I liked the full sound from before. That's pretty good. And then turn up pause. Okay. Give it a little bit of high pass too, though. All right. Yeah, a little bit more happy with that. I didn't do a huge amount, but I did modulate the transform and stuff, which is, I think, necessary. Actually, though, I'm gonna put that on fast, so it gets a good amount of like variation. There's not a ton of notes, you know. Bass patch. We do bass patch now. Yes, we do bass patch. Let's do bass patch on the melodicer. Longer, whole note, rests, turn legato up substantially. I got a sneeze coming. Oh man, it's driving me crazy. I swear I probably sneezed more this afternoon, evening than I have in the last like 2 or 3 months. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because the weather decided to get slightly warmer, which means it probably blew in a bunch of like random weird pollen from other countries and states. I need to bite the bullet and take a pill or two. Let's use the new filter because it's new and we need a filter. Yeah. So, interestingly enough, by the way, I read up a little bit more on the SEM 20 ST by Bubble Sound. They're not sponsoring this video. They have no say over the content of this, but you know, I have no hesitations in saying that this is a really, really nice filter. Some very, very cool features, I have to say. Including the CV being hardwired or normaled from left side to right side. So the input and the CV are both duplicated, which is great. So you can run it with a mono source, and then you can still treat it in stereo because it's got like a frequency offset and stuff. Real nice. So it is a 12 dB per octave filter. I do have a hard time reading the black over white labels in the middle, which are the outputs, but I'll learn them soon enough. And it is a notch filter as well, which is cool. So honestly, I could take, it's got 8 outputs, or four different outputs. So low pass, high pass, notch, and what's the other one? Band pass. Yeah. But the resonance section of the filter is basically taken from an MS-20, which is why when you crank it up and you crank up the gain, it starts totally overloading when you saturate it, or when you crank up the resonance, the preamp starts to saturate, and it gets all fuzzy and cool. Like that. Dearly beloved. People ask me, How come you don't use your ensemble oscillator? And you're hearing it. Because everything sounds like a pipe organ. One more look. Oh, Jesus Lordy. Okay. That's what I thought. I have it in the high pass output, so it was, you know, not doing what it should have. And now my cables are too short. Son of a... I'm fine. I'm cool. Things are okay. Rages, starts breaking things. Okay. I guess we're going into channel 2 instead of channel 4. Usually I put my bass in channel 4 for no particular reason other than that's what I've just done. So, it would be cool to put some sort of modulation into the frequency offset. If I can. Oh, I don't know if I can. Damn, that's right. There's only CV for frequency and resonance on left and right side. So there isn't a separate thing for this offset frequency, which is sort of too bad. But that's okay. What we can do is just put a little bit in on one side. And that'll basically have the same effect, right? Bro, you gonna like generate notes or no? Give me some stochastic inspiration. There you go. What I really wanted was to make sure that this thing was in tune. Alright, now detune it, but... we got some nice stereo action going. All right. But, so here's the thing, right? This is a 12 dB filter. See, and the level that comes out of the ensemble oscillator is also kind of low. Okay, what we got here? Hmm. No, I'm gonna not do this. I'm gonna use a different filter for this. It's just not. It's not cutting enough. Literally, it's not cutting enough out of the sound. It's too. The slope is too. It's too shallow, really. So let's throw it in the popper, and then use 24 dB and like really get that. Yes, the goo. We need the goo, bro. Where's my goo, bro? All right, now let's slow it way down. Hey, Cal. Wow. Over and over. And now it disappears forever. So well, I suppose it would make sense to run this into the motion meter. A motion meter. It'll meter all your motions today. I'm not Robin Vincent, and this is the motion meter 1U. Which is cool because it's got 4 instead of 3 like in the upright one. And it is pretty, I gotta say. That's a Bifaco module that has not disappointed me. It's all the sing and dance numbers, right? Still too much. He's too much. He's too much filter. Yes, too much. That's better. Plus resonance. Yay, we like resonance. You know, it's a really fun thing to do. I'll show you. We're going to use audio rate modulation on the resonance. Okay, you ready? Or we'll go straight analog. The birdies. Cool stuff, bro. Cool bloops and bleeps. Those were true robot farts. I'm just gonna say it. I dubbed the robot fart. We need to get some, we need to get some sloths going down here. So let's just put this guy in the red trace to be different. And, I'm gonna throw that in duped because reasons, because we have to. With this here popple, there we go. Put a little reverb on that too. There we go. Now we're in an environment here. Meow. Meow. Oh, man. Now, if we could get really meta, we could just take this whole thing and run it into the looper for a while. And then just, like... That's it. That's the whole piece. It's one module. Just... walk away. Unattended drone modular session. 9 hours. Put a corny thumbnail. Watch how I do this in one module. Big yellow writing. Interesting to see if this works. I'm giving the Melodicer a half-speed clock, so it's only getting 26 BPM right now. It seems like it's okay. I thought it said like the lower limit was like 40 or something like that. But clearly it just calculates it and it figures it out, so... Good job, dude. Good job. Let's hook up another dicer part here. And do a little dicing. Oh, did you hear that nice bee come through the sub-harm? Just happy little harmonies, just wafting in the breeze. Let's see, how about some rings through clouds? No, just kidding. We're going to go cloud terrarium. We're going to throw our cloud terrarium into our supercritical neutron flux. Like if somebody wasn't watching and then was just like listening to you, they would just think that you were just like an AI that's been fed badly translated science literature. once in a while just likes to say Zagreb for no reason. Just put it in H. Had to be done. You should be generating. Yes? Are you generating notes? Yes, you're generating notes. You're generating an envelope. The envelope is going to do the thing. There it is. Are you in tune? I don't think it's in tune. It's very sharp. Oh, it's really flat. Close enough. And big happy smiley face pops up on screen. Okay, now the bass is definitely out of tune. Or something is. Okay, yeah, let me attend to the bass really quick here. Yep, that's what I thought. good when things are in tune. You know, I really wanted a saw base. What I really want is a chainsaw with a sub. Just like blend it in. So we have the ensemble oscillator instead. And that'll have to be okay for now. Let's get this guy a C also to play with. Alright, and then we need to modulate the terrarium. Obviously. Gosh. Specifically the Z parameter. It's going to give us a lot of mileage. Okay, I need to check this thing too. It has to be done. I have to figure this out. Dude, VCV-Rack is so good. I screwed this up when I was messing around with it. I'm like, that sounds wrong now, and
I was right that it was wrong.
God, what was that? It's gonna take a second, I think, for my ears to adjust to, like, things being in tune. Coming in hot. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, dude. That thing looked super, super dope. And when is that, that other one that friend of yours was talking about? I'm not gonna say the name, because I don't know anything about, you know, disclosure. Alright, let's also modulate this delay. Oh, actually, let's get some sloths in action here. So we're gonna have sloths going to the region just a little tiny bit, just a little itty bitty bit. It's too much and the world will explode in a blinding flash of nuclear fusion. Trust me on this, it will. And then we're gonna put the Z sloths of that same speed into the purple trace. And then we got a little variation going down. Because, you know, there's one thing. You can't just have one sloths. You need 3. Angle, that's the other one that's good. Because that controls the cutoff frequency of... Ooh! So that's just a B and a C playing. Yeah. Because that's pretty exciting, too. But yeah, the meta module looks really interesting. For those who don't know, the meta module is basically a self-contained hardware VCV rack thing. So you can take things, and in fact, you can take patches from VCV rack and save them to the module, and then you have a hardware interface in your actual modular, So you can use it for, you know, oscillators or filters or combinations of those things. Like, it's pretty dope. It's like crossing universes or something. Oh yeah, wave transformer, 8-octave range. And it has a tune, a fine tune, and a micro tune that only goes up and down 25 cents. I have a theory, by the way. The theory is that the SIG needs an update. I think the SIG needs an update. If that's even a thing that's possible, I don't know if the volt per octave tracking on it is always perfect. And it depresses me a little bit. That's just too loud. Let's just turn that guy down. Okay, that's the Cloud Terrarium voice. And that's just playing way too frequently. So let's turn the rest up on the melodizer for that guy. Maybe switch it to quarter notes. Honestly, if that was the case, we wouldn't have to change the clock at all. We'll just crank up rest. And then every once in a while, it's going to do that, and it's just going to go and like paditize it by 120%. All right. So the clock that I have going to the Turing machine, I am going to slow it down big time. Who crackle? Who's crackling? Oh, those are my master output cables. Yeah, that's why. Thanks, man. It's growing. That F sharp, though, dude, that F sharp hits, and I'm like, something wrong there. I think I'm going to turn the note off. And then turn up the C, maybe. But I'm telling you, everything just seems a little off whenever I use the SIG, and I don't know why. Now, on a theory side, there is, like, when you start filtering notes and you take out harmonics and you know, wave mangle things and fold waves, you start getting some tuning variations in what our interpretation of the bass pitch is, the fundamental pitch, you know. So my ear's pretty good. I would rate it as better than most, I'd say, but I still get fooled a lot. Okay, so we got this here probabilistic generator. Let's slow down the clock on that boy, 1.5, and I'm just going to use it to shoot off some percussion noises here and there, like maybe a couple of T-networks, blips and sounds and pocs and noises. And then maybe a couple from the quad drum. Seems like that would be appropriate. And then we can put them on weird noises,
Which is always fun to do.
and then here, let's go into 3 and 4, because that way the outputs are nice and close. Yeah. So we're gonna go. Let's look up at the stereo. Yeah, let's go single stereo out here. God, you know what though? Let's route it into the black hole, because if we're going to use hashtag occasional random percussion, then throw your occasional random percussion, ORP, through a delay. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to tweak this for a second, and I'm going to mute everything else. Because, you know, obviously, reasons. Need an output for the other thing. We need a longer cable than that, though. So this here duder can go into just a mono channel, I think. Keep it easy. That should be working right now. But it is set to very, very low probability. There we go. All right, now we need to throw some LFOs into the frequency for those guys. Do we have... Oh yeah, we have Zadar. I'm like, do we have any LFOs that are in reach? Dude, you've got 8 outputs of sloths going right now, and you have Zadar within reach. So, like, use your stuff. Use your shit, man. Actually, yeah, let's use sloths for this instead. Okay. And those are these guys, and so we can turn those down. And then what about the others? Like I8 here and... Oh, because they're muted. Okay. This guy. I like that. Yeah, just little itty bitty clicky guys. There. Yeah, we need a sloths that at their parameter 3, which is the filter. Just give it a little tiny bit. I don't want it to go too crazy. There. There. Now I have some Oh shit. Oh shit, look at this guy. Except wait. Okay, well yeah, here's the problem. It doesn't mix. If it had it's just quad stereo VCAs, which is still really nice. I'm gonna say, like, that's pretty awesome. Or does it mix? Because it looks to me like they cascade. No, they don't. Darn. Six HP. But I could certainly use a quad stereo VCA. Oh God, what have I done? Oh God, what did I do? God, dragged the camera. God. Okay, sorry. Let's let the reverbs fill up again. Still too much percussion. Okay, let's get big here. This is all just window dressing right here. Okay. What's the quickest, easiest way to set up a G major arpeggio? I suppose probably in the vector would be pretty easy. That seems like a good sequence for this. It'll be kind of cool, bro. Let's just put it that way. It should be pretty cool. Got the subharmonicon in there. Just occasionally being like, by the way, I'm polyphonic. Ah, and it all just blooms. It's so nice. What do we want to put this guy through? Honestly, right now, nothing, but I do want to listen to it first. Okay, so, forgiveness, please. That's more like it. Load that into the R bar. Alright, now, what happens if I just transpose this up? Oh, wrong cable, sir. Duh. Record that C major 7. Lovely wad of stuff into there. Okay. All right. Now, I think, actually, no, I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to use that. So we're going to turn this on transpose, and it's not going to be an eighth note long. Let's go with like 2 whole notes, or maybe just single whole notes. And then the sequence is going to be -5, and then 0. Which means, theoretically, we should hear... No, I'm gonna modify that in a second here, of course. There it is. Nice. Okay. Happy. Happy days. Happy times. Because as we all know, few things in life are as fine as a sawtooth going through a filter. Just admit it. It's one of the great pleasures in life. Alright, so this dude's gonna go and just throw on a tiny little plucked AD envelope here on the filter. And then I'm also just gonna supply it with a really, really, really slow LFO. I'm gonna just do both. Keep it ultra basic. Let it fade out of existence for a while, and then come back. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I have a bass line. It's very slow. Alright, R bar into the new filter. Will they reach? Oh, they just barely. It's not horribly tight, but I really don't like it. You know what? Yeah, it's pulling on the jacks. Let's not do that. Let's just use longer cables. Damnation. going to set up a second sequence here. Part 3. Right, it's going to be 8 notes long. It's going to be whole notes. So it's going to be the same speed as the other sequence that's controlling... yeah, that's controlling the pitch shifting of that little repeated arpeggiated part. Okay. So basically what I want to do is make something that'll control the layer of this thing, which ought to be fairly easy. So I need to turn up the gate, otherwise it doesn't put out pitch data. So let's see what works here. That works. B. And then so what? Maybe put it on like E for the next one. Might be enough to change the layer. Yes. When you're only using 2, it's a piece of cake. Okay, so now we've got a pad. And what I need to do basically is just put one thing in this. One more thing in there, which is, of course, the reverb control. Go to the little 1F. Let's go negative voltages. My God, that's beautiful. And then, of course, get it through the Aurora. Because it's like, what else are you doing here? You know, on second thought, I'm going to run this through a Zadar envelope. Okay, and then throw an LFO in on the time parameter of the Zadar. Get out of the way, you bastards. Time. Oh, okay.
He's surrealist.
Oh, yes. That's the band pass out. Take the really, really slow sloths and just put it straight into the quantizer, you know? And do stuff to it from there. specifically, that's going to go to the glide. And then that glide can go to a oscillator. Chainsaw seems like the reason for the season. And then we're going to go Zagreb. Zagreb filter. Yes, he's good for you. No, let's go. I'm gonna go Ikari with no resonance and not make it hyper insane. Rip your face off. But the Ikari's got a built-in VCA. That's gonna help things. Oh lordy, sorry. Sounds out of tune to me. It should be a C right now.